All right, hello, welcome to yoga with the chair. Let's get nice and comfortable here. You might want to have one block handy for this practice. Otherwise, we are going to be focusing on the low back and our hips. We're going to be doing some gentle stretching, relaxation, a little bit of gentle strength of the core, because that's what ultimately makes up a happy back and hips. So otherwise, let's start by becoming just nice and present in the moment here. So you can sit up nice and tall in your chair, get into a nice comfortable position, whatever feels natural for you. You can relax your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you have your eyes softly opened or closed. You can relax your hands on your lap. You can have your palms up if you want to receive a little bit more energy today, or if you need to feel a bit more grounded, you can face your palms down on your lap. Just take what you need today. And start to just become aware of how your body's feeling in this moment. Not labeling anything good or bad, you're simply just becoming more aware of how your body feels. And start to take some longer inhales through the nose and out through the nose. And perhaps with each exhale that you take, you start to notice that your body starts to relax a little bit more. You start to release that tension. Just take a couple moments here to breathe deeply, to come into the present moment, and to simply just be just as you are. And we're just going to transition into some gentle movements. So coming into our cat-cow, reach those fingertips forward, drop the head round through the spine. Think about separating your shoulder blades. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, slowly lift your heart up towards the sky, send the tailbone back. So now you're extending through your spine, and just at your own breath and at your own pace, transitioning between your cat and cow, getting that spine in motion. Gently pull those shoulders back if you can. And let's take it one more time with each pose here. Meeting me back in center when you're all ready. No rush. Lumbar twist from here. So you can take that right hand behind you and place this left hand on top of your right thigh. If you wanted a slightly deeper stretch for your low back, you can cross your left thigh over top of your right thigh and just take your left hand on top of that knee. You're kind of just using it as leverage to get a little bit deeper into the twist, but you don't want to be forceful. You still want to be very gentle. Still sitting up as tall as you can, relaxing your shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Taking one more breath here. And exhale, slowly release. You can uncross that leg and we'll come over to the other side. Whether you choose to have your legs uncrossed or crossed, that's totally up to you. I'm going to take my right thigh on top of my left thigh and come into that lumbar twist here. Remember to relax your shoulders. We'll take 2 more breaths in this pose. And slowly back to center, release that right foot down. Side reaches, we'll inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky, get a big side body stretch here. Exhale, release down. Inhale to reach up the left arm, reaching from your fingertips all the way down into your hip there. And let's take our own little flow, just flowing between our side reaches here at your own breath, your own pace. Maybe you hold it if it feels really good. You just flow right through, up to you. Relax your neck as you go. Let's go one more time each side. And when you're done, you can meet me back in center, up nice and tall. We're gonna take our feet nice and wide here. Still up nice and tall in your chair. You might have to bring yourself back a little bit more. We're gonna come into a wide forward fold from here. So you're just gonna slide your hands down your shins all the way down to your feet, and you're gonna drop the head round through your spine. Maybe you bring your hands in front. Maybe this is where you use a block. If you're wanting to bring the floor up a little bit closer to you, you can have your hands rested on the block as well. Whatever feels the most comfortable here. So take some big inhales and exhales. Let gravity pull you down towards the mat. Releasing into that low back. Taking one more inhale. As you exhale, you're going to slowly bring yourself up. So just use your elbows on top of your thighs to assist you on the way up. And just take your time so you don't get dizzy. Say hello again to the world. We'll come into some side reaches from here. So keep your block close by. We're going to take our right elbow on top of the right thigh and reach this left arm up and over. Now, if you wanted to get a little bit deeper, this is where you could use your block. So you can bring that in a little bit closer towards you. Bring your palm down on top of your block. Reach that left hand up towards the sky. Big side body reach here. If it's too deep, of course, you just prop your elbow right back onto your thigh. Listen to your body here. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Good. Coming out of this pose, you want to use some core strength to gently pull yourself back up to center nice and slowly here. And we're going to do the other side. So either just taking the left elbow down and then reaching this right arm up and over, or get a little bit deeper, use that block again. Okay. Placing your palm down, reaching that arm up and over. See if there's anywhere else on the body you can relax as you do this stretch, whether that's your toes, your neck, your jaw. Taking one more breath. And exhale, use your core, gently pull yourself back up to center. From here, we'll take some rotations. You can move that block out of the way if you'd like. Leading with the heart, coming forward, we're going to take a big circle and then come around, tuck the chin around through the spine. So take your time here, going in one direction. There's no right or wrong way to move here. It's just whatever feels good for you. And then let's switch directions just nice and smoothly here. Good. Getting that back in motion. Good. One more big circle wherever you're at. Come up nice and tall. We're going to stretch and open up our hip flexors and our quads. So let's turn over to the right. You can wrap this right arm around the back of your chair for some support and stability. You can have your toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you. Now you can stay in this position here, or you can start to lengthen this left leg nice and long behind you, as much or as little as you want. So play around with it. Our goal with this stretch here is to open up that left hip flexor. And a lot of time, especially if we sit a lot, these muscles here, they get tight, and that can cause hip and that can cause low back pain. So this is just a nice way to release that. So find that position, whatever feels best on you. Relax your shoulders. Some nice deep breaths here. An option to get a little bit deeper, you can reach this left arm up and then lean over to the right. Good. Come up nice and tall again. Release that left arm down. Options, stay here, or you can try grabbing your ankle or your foot, or sometimes you can just grab onto your pants as well. And you're just going to try and point that knee down towards the mat, stretching into that quad. Now, if this isn't for you, of course, then just relax your foot on the mat here, but just an option for those that want to try it and it feels good. Take one more breath here. And exhale, slowly release that foot back down with control. Coming into warrior two from here. So the right leg can pretty much stay where it is. This left leg can go nice and long behind you. Or if that didn't feel super groovy, you can take this left foot in front like you're making a nice little L shape with your legs and your hips there. You could even straighten this leg if you wanted, okay? So find that warrior two position. You're up nice and tall, grounding evenly through both of your feet like you are standing up. Release those arms nice and long, gaze over those right fingertips. Relax the shoulders down. Notice your breath here. On your next breath, we're going to interlace our fingers together. We're going to press and reach the palms forward, get that nice little stretch through your wrists and forearms, and then reach those arms overhead. So just getting a great big shoulder stretch here. So try to relax your rib cage down. If you're really puffing out your chest, see if you can relax the rib cage, which will help relax your low back. Some nice deep breaths here. Exhale, release those arms back into your warrior two arms. From here, we're going to take a great big hug, bringing the right arm underneath the left, drop the chin, separate your shoulder blades. You can kind of just let gravity pull you and round you down. Take some big breaths here. And start to slowly roll your head back up, nice and tall. Release those arms, bring your legs back together. And before we do the other side, we're gonna do a little bit of gentle core. So what I want you to do is bring your hands into heart center. Bring the elbows up if you can, get that nice little stretch through your wrist. And then start to lean back, okay? Just till you feel the perfect amount of tension. So we don't wanna overdo it, just nice and gentle here. There should be zero discomfort and pain in your low back as you do this. Start with a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, think about pulling your belly in towards your spine through pursed lips. So you're blowing out a straw. You already start to feel your core engage. We're gonna take another inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're gonna twist over to the left. Inhale back to center. Good, exhale over to the other side. Nice and slow and controlled. Inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale to the right. Good, come up back to center. Come up nice and tall. Keep your hands in heart center here. Coming into prayer twist. We're gonna twist over to the right, bringing that left elbow down on top of your right thigh. Getting a great big stretch through your back. Relax your neck. Good, pull yourself, use those core muscles to come up nice and tall back to center. And let's twist over to the other side, dropping the right elbow down on top of your left thigh. Taking one more inhale and exhale, bring yourself up nice and tall again. Now that our cores are warmed up, let's go back into, let's stretch out our hip flexor on the other side. So we're gonna swing this left leg over. This right leg is either gonna stay nice and bent like so, or you can start to lengthen and stretch that leg nice and long behind you. Use that left arm to hold the back of your chair for support and stability here. Take some nice deep breaths. Try to relax your body as much as possible. An option to get a little bit deeper, you can take this right arm up and over, leaning over towards the left. And exhale, come up nice and tall. So option to hang out and chill here if it feels great. Or you can take your right hand and then grab onto either the back of your, or the front of your foot, your ankle, your pants, whatever suits you best here. Point the right knee down if you can. Getting that nice little quad stretch in. And slowly release that foot. If you're holding on to it, slowly release with control. Let's come into that warrior two position. So remember your options. You can have this leg nice and long behind you or bring it in front. And then release those arms nice and long. Beautiful, my friends. Gaze over those left fingertips. You're sitting up nice and tall and proud in your chair. Beautiful. Let's interlace those fingers again. Press the palms forward, get that nice big stretch through your wrists, and then inhale, press your palms up towards the sky. Relax your rib cage, relax the low back, get that nice stretch through your shoulders here. And exhale, release the arms back into warrior two. Coming in for that great big hug. This time we're gonna take the left arm underneath the right, tuck the chin round through your spine. Think about separating your shoulder blades, relaxing your shoulders down. And inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Release those arms down, bring your legs back together. And we are gonna come into standing. So take your time coming up nice and tall. And we're gonna start at the side of our chair. We're gonna do some gentle core and then come into some more stretches. So don't worry, it's not gonna be too intense. So to the side of your chair here, I'm on the right side of my chair. We're gonna place our hands down, bend the knees a little bit. So I want you to spread your fingertips nice and wide. You're gonna bend the knees as much as you need. So some of you might have fairly straight legs, others you might just put a nice little bend through there. So starting with a nice flat spine, think about sending your tailbone back, getting a nice stretch through your hamstrings, a little bit through the low back here. It's nice deep breaths. Round your feet into the mat. Good, taking an inhale. On that exhale, we're gonna bring this right knee up towards our chest for a little bit of a abdominal crunch here. And then inhale, lengthen your right leg out. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times. So exhale as you bring your knee in towards your chest, round through your spine, squeeze those abs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale 1 more time, knee to chest. And inhale, lengthen. You're gonna bring this foot back down to meet the left. You might wanna step back from your chair just a little bit. We're gonna come into a low back stretch here. Bend those knees. I want you to bring your forearms down on top of your chair if that feels comfortable, and just get a great big stretch here. You can even hold onto the opposite side of your chair to kind of pull back. Bend your knees as much as you like. You can even put your belly on top of your thighs. And of course, if this was too much, you can do this with the back of your chair, doing that modified down dog. Relax your head. Good. Slowly bring yourself back up to that flat back position. So press through your palms and then slowly start to roll yourself back up. We're going to take our left foot on top of our chair. Now, if this wasn't comfortable for you, this position, you could always just put your foot up on your yoga block. Okay, if you felt unstable, you didn't feel safe in this position here. So always lots of options. With this left foot on top of our chair here, we want to make sure that this left knee is pointed away from us. So if you find that it's coming inwards, use that glute strength to pull that knee open. So we're opening up through your hip flexors here, the groin, inner thigh, and a little bit through our hips. Good. Let's reach those arms up nice and long. Gently pull the shoulders back, open up the chest, lift the chin. Take a nice deep breath here. And then exhale, round, bring those arms into that prayer position, tuck the chin, round through the spine. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, open up those arms, gently pull the shoulders back. And exhale to round. 1 more time. Inhale, open. And exhale to round. Back up nice and tall. We'll take this left elbow on top of our left thigh. Inhale to reach this right arm up and over. So in this stretch, you may feel a nice openness through that side body, but also down and into that hip, depending if you feel tight in that area. I definitely feel a big stretch right on top. Relax your neck, your shoulders. And then come up nice and tall. Release the right arm down. Slowly and safely take that foot off of your chair. We're going to step to the other side of our chair. Do that same sequence all over again. Okay. So taking your time, we're going to take our hands nice and flat on top of our chair. Okay, so spread your fingertips nice and wide. Bend your knees as much as you'd like. You have that nice flat back. Feel that nice stretch all the way down through those hamstrings. So sometimes when these hammies, I like to call them, they get tight, they can also be a reason why we feel sore through our hips and our low back. So this is just a nice way to relax and release tension through those hamstrings. All right, you guys know what's coming next. Start with an inhale and then exhale. I want you to pull that left knee up towards your chest, round through your spine, squeeze and engage your abdominals. Okay, and then inhale, lengthen that left leg behind you. Almost like we're doing a nice little warrior 3 here. Exhale, pull the left knee in towards your chest. And inhale to lengthen. This is hard. If you're shaking, I am too, don't worry. One more time, bring that left knee in towards your chest. And release that leg nice and long. Bring that left foot to meet the right foot, coming into that big low back stretch. So you might need to step away from your chair a little bit. You could just stay up nice and tall on your hands like so if you wanted to, or you can come down onto your forearms. You can grab the other side of your chair. Bend those knees as much as you want. You can bring your belly on top of your thighs. Relax your head. Just do you, my friends. You also get a nice stretch through your shoulders. One more breath here. And slowly come up nice and tall, that flat back position, and then bring yourself all the way back up. Take your time. All right. Let's take our right foot on top of the chair. Once again, if you want to just put it on a block, feel free to do that. Taking your right foot up, notice the direction your knee is going. So if it's coming inwards, pull your right knee out to the side. Feel that nice stretch through your hip, openness through that inner thigh and hip flexor. Okay, we'll open up those arms nice and long. Gently pull the shoulders back, open up your chest. It feels so good. And then round through that spine, bring those arms into that prayer position, tuck the chin. We'll do that 2 more times. Open up the arms, pull the shoulders back. And exhale to round. One more time. Inhale, open up your arms, open up your chest. And round into that prayer position. Come up nice and tall. Bring your right arm on top of your right thigh, big side body stretch or a big hip stretch, depending on how you're feeling today. I kind of like to think I'm sending that left hip out a little bit. Relax your neck. And exhale, release. Come up nice and tall. Bring that right foot down. Before we come into our chairs, let's take a downward dog with our chair, just that big low back stretch here. So starting up nice and tall, start to walk your feet back. Bend your knees as much as you'd like, of course. Send the tailbone back, really reach and lengthen through your shoulders and your spine. Maybe rock side to side. Take a big inhale through the nose. Maybe a noisy exhale out through the mouth. Slowly walk your feet back in, take your time. And when you're all ready, let's come all the way back down into our chairs. Here you go. And we'll start whenever you're ready. Take your time over there. Let's bring our right knee up towards our chest. We're going to work a little bit more on our hips here. Okay, so hug that in as high as you comfortably can, and you can start to just kind of rock it from side to side. Nice, gentle, fluid movements through that hip. Maybe you start to take some circles in one direction and then move it the other direction. We're going to come into our pigeon pose from here. So if you know your variation, go for it. Otherwise, you can take this right ankle on top of your left thigh. If that was too intense for you, you can straighten this bottom or your left leg. Maybe you just chill and hang out here, or maybe you slide this right ankle down towards the left. The goal is to have this right knee pointed away from you. You can even take your left foot flat on the floor as well. There's lots of variations, so pick the one that works best for you. We're going to hold this stretch for about 10 breaths, which is about 60 seconds. So make sure when you're in a pose and a stretch that it's not too intense. You want to be able to naturally breathe, kind of surrender into the stretch. So nice and tall, maybe you choose to lean forward a little bit. Find that comfortable stretch. Relax your body. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Okay, we're about halfway. Adjust as needed. Taking 2 more breaths here, nice and slowly. Start to slowly bring yourself up nice and tall. Release that right foot down. Before we do the other side, just sway this right leg from side to side. Just bring some movement back into that hip. And then we will do our second side. So start by pulling this left knee up towards your chest. Maybe you give it a great big hug to begin with. And then sway it side to side, loosening up that hip. Maybe trace some circles with your hip. And then go the other direction. And let's get ready for our pigeon pose. So same rules apply to the side. Take your option. You can have your ankle on top of the other ankle. Push your left knee away. Just sit up nice and tall and hang out here. Or you can take that left ankle on top of your right thigh. Maybe you just stay up nice and tall, or maybe it feels nice to just slightly lean forward. That will intensify the stretch in your left hip. Maybe relax your eyes, your shoulders. Giving yourself permission to let go of any tension or effort you're holding on to. Okay, we have about 5 more breaths here. If you need to adjust at this point, wiggle around, please feel free to. Taking 1 more breath, my friends. And exhale, slowly come out of your pigeon pose. Release that foot down. Weight side to side. Bring some movement back into that hip. We're going to finish off with a forward fold. So we're going to keep our feet together for this one. Let's take a big inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, and then exhale, reach the fingertips forward and fold all the way down, letting your belly just come on top of your tummy, or sorry, your belly on top of your thighs. Just releasing your fingertips down, relaxing your head and your neck. You can, sometimes it's nice to give yourself kind of like a big hug. You can wrap your arms underneath your thighs. We're going to hold here for about 5 breaths. Okay, when you're ready, I love this stretch, but take your time coming out of it. We'll slowly roll ourselves up. You can use your hands to press yourself up nice and slowly and gently. Take your time. And let's come all the way back into our chairs here. Take any last stretches or movements that you need to get nice and comfortable. And then when you're ready, you can have your eyes closed or just softly open. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And let your knees kind of just splay out to the side. Relax your belly, your low back, your hips. Taking a moment to notice how your body feels now after a practice. Take a moment to notice your breath. And then take a moment to notice your mind. And just taking a couple more moments here to just simply be, giving yourself permission to do absolutely nothing other than to relax and to simply be. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands into heart center and take this moment quietly to just send yourself lots of gratitude, appreciation, carving the time out of your day to come to your practice and showing up for your mind, your body, and your spirit. Also take a moment to send your body so much love and gratitude and thanking it for everything that it allows us to do every single day. My hope is that you can carry this piece into the rest of your day, into the rest of your week and your month. So from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for joining me for this little adventure. If you have any questions about today's practice, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you feel amazing and that you have a great rest of your day. Bye, my friends. Thank you. Bye. All right.